Hello, welcome to the first episode of One-on-One with Aza TV. As you can see, I am super excited because on this show you get to meet different personalities from different areas of life, from politics to entertainment to lifestyle to fashion. You'll meet all of them here. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, and share. My name is Favor the Big Auntie, and I am the host for the show. On today's episode, which is our very first, we have a special guest. Our guest today is a photojournalist who has captured compelling images across various cultures and background. He also documents the life of people across various culture and background. The most recent work is about the Dambe combat sport, which is on his Instagram page, on his social media page. He is also known as Photo Nugget. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to One-on-One with Aza TV, Mr. Is it Mr.? Or I can just call you Taofeek.
You can call me anything.
Okay. Welcome to Aza TV, Taofeek Ibrahim Adeshino of Safari Sport. Or should I say Taofeek Safari?
No.
You don't want that one?
It's okay that.
Welcome to Aza TV.
Yeah, thank you very much.
I think the last time I saw you was at the arrival of Super Falcons.
In Abuja here?
Yes, no?
Correct.
So how have you been?
I'm good.
So, I didn't do a proper full introduction. I didn't do a full introduction of you because one thing I believe is I like to hear it from the horse's mouth. Nobody can introduce you more than you introduce yourself.
But I'm not a horse.
It's just a parable now.
I understand.
Okay, so I like to hear it from your mouth. Let's meet you.
Well, like you said, my name is Taofeek Ibrahim Adeshino. I'm a photojournalist who has patent for sports and documentary photography in telling African cultural and traditional stories. So that's it.
That's just it.
That was it.
So if you go somewhere and they say, introduce yourself, that's all you say to
That
us.
is all it. That is all it.
Well, that's interesting. I was going through your Instagram and I came across a post you spoke about your love for sport. And I was like, okay, let me ask, is it just your love for sport that inspired you to kickstart this photojournalism journey, or it was more than that?
Well, for me, it's more of passion. I have passion for sports.
Okay.
And that's why, I'm still in the whole sports ecosystem. And then it's more of you having to like something before you go into it. So this is why I'm still here into the whole sports ecosystem.
You're still pushing.
Exactly.
Because of the passion.
Exactly.
But the money too is involved now.
Money too is involved. But then when the money comes, it comes. And then the passion still keeps us going.
Passion above money. Is that it?
Yes. When it comes to journalism, actually,
yes,
you just have to tell the stories, regardless of what benefits comes into it and all of those things. So it's more of passion for what I do. You
grew up in Ibadan, right?
I didn't grow up in Ibadan.
Okay.
I was born in Ibadan.
You were born in Ibadan.
And I was 3 months old while we moved to Kogi State. So I grew up in Kogi State, yeah.
You grew up in Kogi State?
Yes.
What part of Kogi State?
Okene, precisely.
That's nice. That's actually very nice. I'm from Kogi State too.
What part of Kogi State?
The Igala part.
Oh wow, that's great.
So how was it like growing up in Kogi State? Did it affect your dreams, your passion to chase photojournalism?
Growing up in Kogi State, it was more like waking up every day and just reeling up with whatever comes and everything. So I had my basic education in Kogi State and my secondary school too in Kogi State too.
Okay.
So it was more like the first stage of life for me, trying to, I was just living in the sense that I was engaged with a whole lot of things. And one beautiful thing is, till this moment, I can say the best part of my life was growing up because I was mixed with people from different parts of Nigeria, people from different cultural backgrounds.
Yes.
You have neighbors of different tribe, Hausa, Igbira, Igala,
Different religion
Idoma, and
too.
all of those things. So it makes it very easy for me to like, coexist with people of different faiths too. So it was more of, love and unity.
Mm.
So growing up there shaped my life in a way that I could associate with people of different cultural backgrounds and religious background and all of those things. So I think, yeah, it's something that really shaped my life in a way that I could be friends with anybody.
Mm-hmm. Did it shape your photojournalism journey?
Well, I can say I didn't start photojournalism while I was there.
Okay.
Although I've always been involved in sports actively. I played football too.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's interesting.
But then, growing up in a kind of community where you are just living because you're human, and then you are basically doing what every other people are doing, just for you to, feel the whole community aspect of it. So being a kid, playing football matches from different streets and all that. And then days where we don't play football matches, we go into the deep forest where we swim, we get to hunt for different animals. And of course, fruits like cashew, mango, and all of these things.
So since you like sports, why didn't you just like become a footballer instead of choosing to take pictures of people?
My career died before I left Kogi State.
Why?
You can see my wrists. You can see how big they are.
Oh.
So I had injury, like severe injury.
Okay.
You know the kind of football you play in, like Sanskiro pitches, where, there are no referees. You just play raw football, street football. So it's something I know I wouldn't go into that professionally.
Okay, that's fair enough. At least we know the reason why you didn't choose to play instead.
Exactly.
You chose taking pictures. So let's talk about your career. Officially, you've been into photojournalism for how many years now?
7 years.
7?
Yeah.
Wow. So what led to the creation of Safari Sports?
The reason why we created Safari Sports was actually because I want to create a kind of professional body, like whereby people could actually reach out to us to solve any problem in the whole media space with the help of photography, with the help of videography, with the help of writing and all of that. So that was what bettered that. And of course, it's more like bringing together people of different field, graphic designers, writers, photographers, and strategists and all of that. So
I know you've captured so many images, mind-blowing images, but I'm sure there's one that will stand out for you. So what is your most iconic image?
My most iconic image personally to me was images of my mother.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even sports?
Not even sports. Those are images of my mom because my mom is a huge part of my photography career. She bought my first camera.
Really? What camera is that?
That was Nikon B500. And I think that was what led me to visit Abuja the first time in 2017.
She sponsored the trip too?
She sponsored the trip, yes. I came for Abuja Photo Festival then. That was the first photo festival.
Okay.
That was our first edition.
Okay.
So coming as a mobile phone photographer then, my mom was like, no, you can't go to that kind of events as a phone photographer. So she got my first camera for me then. It was all amazing, and I can tell you images of her that I took. Those are images I took with my heart and all of those things. So basically, these are my most iconic images to me personally, but to some people, they tend to see my work differently, and they can tell which is their favorite and all of those things.
I know there are situations where you've captured images and you're like, wow, this is mind-blowing. Do you have any image that you've captured and in your mind is like, this is mind-blowing, this is going to make waves, and then you show people and they don't seem to care about it?
I think while you're talking about that, the only image that came to my head right now at this moment I was speaking was the image I took while I was covering the Doba Festival in Ilorin.
Okay.
So, was more like the last image I took from that festival. Like that very day, it was the last image I took. At the moment I took the image, all of that happened within 3-5 seconds.
Okay.
Like an image of a man with his daughter, bending down to tie the lace of his daughter and all of those things. The moment I saw that, and all of that happened within 3-5 seconds, I was able to take that very image. And those are the last picture I took that very day. I knew this is something people could actually feel even without captions. And, photography is something people narrate their own stories about. Images they see differently.
Yeah, I saw the image too.
An image carries thousands of words, but there are some images you see them carry billions of words. And I think that image, although it was thought provocative to some people, some people actually feel it was a couple image. Really? And some people actually think that it was like husband and wife pictures and all this. And I was like, are you for real?
The lady's young.
Very young, actually. And I love the fact that that image actually challenged me as a photographer, because people are actually having negative perspective about the image. So I just had to travel the way back from Ibadan to Ilorin to present a print of that image to him and all of those things, in order for me to, let the audience get to know, this image is not actually husband and wife image.
Yes.
It's a father and a daughter image, the bond that creates them together. So I think could actually speak more to most of these people who have negative thoughts about the image. And I think...
Yeah, I see that image caused a lot of controversy online. So how did you feel that moment? In your head, you're like, this is perfect. And then you capture the image and then you post it online and then you're seeing so many negative comments. How did you feel at that moment? Did you regret taking that picture?
Well, one thing about being a photographer is your work will be translated, will be perceived differently.
Yes. And
I can tell you that's not the first time I actually take images where people tend to have negative perception about my image, about my work. But then the most important thing is I could pass out a message.
Yes.
And then the message is actually of two ways to some people. There were some who were positive about it, and there were some that were negative about it. And those who were negative about it, I was happy that they were negative about it.
Why?
The reason why I was happy was because it pushed me towards presenting a print of that image to the man.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could go deeper into the whole bond, like how it's happened and all of those things, and how the man got to feel about his daughter and everything, even though it wasn't something I documented wholly. So it was more like people having perception about the whole northern cultural.
Yes. I think that was where that idea came from. That's his wife,
Exactly.
Northerners.
I've traveled to different parts of Nigeria.
Yes.
I can tell you, the perception people have for different region is different.
Seriously.
And some people haven't even traveled to get first-hand experience. That's why I tell people, man, traveling is something that is as big as, paying school fees to be in the classroom and learning.
Yes.
It widens your scope of knowledge and all of those things.
You get to meet different people and understand why they do different things they do.
The reason why I said I was happy about the fact that people were negative about it was because it opened ways for them to even learn more about the culture.
Yes.
And the fact that this is passing a message and they are learning is something I'm happy about, because education comes in different ways, in the streets, in the classroom, at home, and anywhere. So wherever the education is coming from, doesn't matter.
Like that.
But then the information that is passing through is what is more important.
People often see these images, but they don't know the risk you go through to get them. Like, imagine traveling all the way to Kano into a thick forest just to tell a story. What is the most dangerous moment you faced while trying to get a shot?
Well, I think one of the dangerous moments I had was, traveling to a particular state to tell stories, and then I was robbed over the night.
You don't want to tell us this thing.
Okay, that very night, it was still like, although my instinct were telling me something wasn't right. But then I was like, whatever will be, will be. So I slept around 3 o'clock midnight. I was editing on the bed. Okay. My laptop was on top of the bed. I was editing. And then while I was having those instincts and everything, I had to like pack all my gadgets, arrange them into the bag, and then keep them somewhere. So while I was sleeping, I slept 3 o'clock, and all of it happened within 15-30 minutes. While I was lying down, I slept off, and then I woke up 30 minutes later. Although before I had woke up, I was feeling, breeze blowing to me. I was like, I didn't open window. The AC wasn't on, the fan wasn't on. The next thing, looking towards the window, I saw the nets torn and everything. So
oh my God.
That was how it happened.
And they took your gadgets?
They took my phone.
Okay. And just your phone?
My phone. And the reason why it pained me was because I was using a terabyte phone that was 13 Pro Max.
Yes.
1 terabyte. So I never had the reason to get iCloud. So all my works were on that device and everything. So it went with it.
Well, I can imagine the pain.
So I was so hot, actually. I was so hot.
Well, did you regret going on that journey?
I didn't regret because I always believe whatever you do, there are days that you had bad experience, and that bad experience shouldn't make you feel bad about your purpose. So I had a purpose going there.
I need to take my jotter to write this thing down.
And I was happy I fulfilled that purpose. That was what I was there for.
What story were you trying to tell?
It was still the cultures to the Durbar Festival.
Okay, the Durbar Festival. Yeah. Okay. Now with the rise of social media, why didn't you just go online to post it like, this is what's happening, this happened? Most people take their problems to social media these days. Why didn't you just go online to share your experience? It's part of learning, yeah?
Well, sharing problems from different ways, because there are some problems you don't want to share them because you don't want that pity moment.
Yes.
Where people start pitying you and all of these things, and I don't like it, actually. I don't like it. So the most important thing is results. People like seeing the results.
Yes.
Like what you are doing. You just want to see.
You don't even want to know what you're going to.
You don't care where you're coming from and everything. So the most important thing is get the work done.
Talking about social media, do you feel social media has made it easy to relate with your audience?
Very easy. In the sense that if I was doing what I'm doing right now in, let's say, the early 90s or early 80s, I wouldn't have the audience I have today because of social media. Back in the days, if you're doing the same thing I do, you need to have a platform. Yes. Like you need to have a media, this thing that you report to, or let's say a magazine and all of these things where you report to, that have that number so that they could actually see
what you're doing.
What you do. And then what people benefit on then was just the credits, the photo credits.
Yes.
Those days where, it's newspaper, and then we have this magazine created by this man, I've forgotten. Those fashion magazines too and all of those things. Okay. But then because of social media, you start from somewhere, you're posting, people are already getting used to the type of content you produce, the type of stories you tell. So it attracts people into what you do. So those that want to benefit from the type of work you do, they definitely follow you. And then as much as possible, you're creating a community of people who appreciate the kind of body of work you do.
There are different type of photography. Why didn't you just choose fashion? Why didn't you just choose weddings? You decide that, okay, sport and documentary.
Well, for me, I will say that I like to be different. When I find myself in a place,
stand out.
I like to, want to be unique in a way that people hardly do what I do. So when I started in 2016, I was learning the basics.
Okay.
And then you see people saying they want to be wedding photographers, they want to be, basically shooting fashions and all of those things. And for me, it was more of sports and documentary. Even though I had earlier experience about sports because I was reporting for the press council of my school. I was also reporting for campus pen pushers on campus and everything. So it was more like I knew what I was going for. So that's what bettered me into sports and documentary.
What gear did you start with?
I started with mobile devices, actually, like phones. And then I was having reviews about why not get a digital camera and stuff. I was like, I'm already started. I'm where I am because I don't have funds.
Yes.
Then. So I kept pushing. And then here we are today.
You know, creatives always argue online. You go online, you'll be seeing videos where they say the device you're using does not matter. Any phone you have, start with it. What's your take on that? Does it really matter?
It matters.
Okay.
Because when it comes to photography, every gear has its purpose. If you are opportune to handle most of these gears, you do exceptionally well.
Yeah.
Although it doesn't mean that the gears that you have wouldn't serve your own purpose. And that takes us back to the phrase that says the best gear is the one you have. If you are on an assignment and then the best gear that you need to go with is a zoom lens and you don't have a zoom lens, doesn't mean you are not going to go for that assignment because you don't have a zoom lens. Yeah. You have to go because you have a gear that you think would serve your own purpose. So me, I don't believe that gears don't matter. Gears matters. The one you have is what would also save you at that very moment. But it doesn't mean that if you get other upgraded gears, it wouldn't serve your purpose. It will serve more than what you have.
You guys choose between Sony, Canon, and Nikon. Let me put you on the spot. Which one will you go for?
Sony, Nikon, and Canon.
Yes.
I've used Canon.
Okay.
I've used Sony. I've used Fujifilm. I've used Nikon too. Now I can tell you that the best amongst these is the one I mostly use.
You don't want to choose one?
The one I mostly use.
Okay. All right. Is photojournalism lucrative?
Photojournalism, is it lucrative? It's not a lucrative business.
Okay.
Although it's a profession that saves people. And that takes us back to teachers who believe they are making impact into the lives of their students, even though their salaries are peanuts. And then you hear people saying the rewards of teachers are in the heaven. But then photojournalism, I can tell you it's not a lucrative business because you can go 3, 4, 5 months, you're not getting income, but then you keep working.
And there are people still choosing this.
In fact, as I'm speaking to you now, I get mails of people telling me they want to Intel under me. And I tell them, you are not ready for this thing. You are not ready. Because I know the reason why some people want to join what we're doing is because they feel we are living okay, we are traveling and all of these things. But then I don't think majority of people can actually stand the heat.
Comes with.
Exactly. I don't think they can stand the heat of it. So that is why you see people coming into the whole photography industry and then they run away because
they give up because they are not benefiting.
It's
not what they think it is.
So it's more of coming into the industry with claimant of passion. You want to do something different, and then you just want to make an impact. So the whole purpose of photojournalism, in fact, the whole purpose of journalism is to make an impact in your immediate community, to tell stories. like compelling stories that would change the community.
So it's not lucrative, but people are coming into the
people are coming into it.
So with the rise of people coming into photojournalism, how do you manage to stay relevant?
Stay relevant have to be with you being professional in all you do.
Okay.
You know, you are not after one or two should I say rewards. You're not expecting anybody from anybody. You're not expecting anything from anybody at any time. You are doing it because you are fully into this. And then the whole professionalism comes with reporting what you see. Talking about what you think could actually change your immediate community without you thinking about, there's somebody that will be feeling bad because you're reporting something that they should be doing. And they're not doing. And then you as a photojournalist, when you're independent, you're reporting all of these things because you want change. You want positive change, not just change. So that is what keeps me relevant in the whole space, because I feel it's just very important for me to, tell these stories and let people know this is what is happening in so place, so time.
Yes.
And then, staying true to the whole profession itself.
With how far you've come, will you describe it as success?
I would say I'm still on the journey, but then still being on the journey, I still count it as success, because this profession has really gave me the opportunity to meet people that on the norms I wouldn't be opportunity to meet, and interact with people that I think I can never even get to see from different parts of the world. Today I can be in a 5-star hotel, and tomorrow I can find myself in an hotel where there is no even window, but because I need to be there to do my work.
Or people will see the 5-star. People will see the 5-star hotel and they'll think you are chilling.
You grab, and that takes us back to meeting people of different backgrounds.
Yes.
Rich, poor, old, young. You are just free with them, having conversation with them, because you know the importance of communication.
Yes.
You know the importance of meeting people and getting to know what is going in their head. So,
what are the lessons you've learned so far?
The lessons I've learned in my profession is to respect people of different culture, different background, different religion. The moment you temper into their culture, the moment you temper into their religion, you see on the other side of them. So that is what I think is affecting the unity in the country these days. If I tell you I'm from this tribe, and then in our tribe we don't like this thing.
Yes.
So I wouldn't want to do that thing.
Not to offend you.
So that is why most time when I find myself in places where I need to report, like let's say a cultural event, a traditional event that has to do with religion, and then my religion is against this thing, but then I'm there to report about it. I have to respect what they are doing. I don't need to be telling them this thing is not good. Sure, you grab.
Yeah.
So it's just you respecting what they do and do what you have to do, and tell the stories and live.
Tell the story and live. Who is your role model in the industry?
My role model in this industry, mentor who I really find fascinating. His name is Mayor Otu, the documentary photographer.
Okay.
And I met him in this same Abuja in 2017 when I came for Abuja Photo Festival. So that was where I met him.
Okay.
He exhibited his work, and the moment I saw his work, I was like, yo, this is something I see myself doing for a long time.
It's what you want to do.
He's an amazing person, and he hasn't been shooting recently. He has just been organizing classes, educations, and all of those things. So it's somebody I respect so much in the industry, and I take as a role model.
That's nice, because as you have a role model, There are people that look up to you. There are people you inspire. There are people, like you said, you get emails of people saying they want to learn from you. So you inspire them. If not, they will not come to your DM and say they want to learn from you. So assuming they're sitting here with you, what will you tell them? What's the advice you give to them?
The only advice I tell people who want to go into what I do is do it because you want to do it. Don't do it because there are some things that will come in beside it. Let your passion take you there before any other advances. And do not belittle yourself from wherever you come from or the gadget you have. Just get it done.
Just get it done. That's inspiring. You are now my role model. Okay, so let me go off all the seriousness, talking about your career. Let me put my eyes inside something that is not really my business, but it's still my business. So when are we coming to eat your wedding rice?
That is when God says it's time.
So you're not in a relationship?
What do you say?
You're not in a relationship?
I'm in a relationship with my camera.
That's what they always say. Before you know, you start seeing wedding pictures everywhere. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for taking moments out of your busy schedule to be with us here today. I really appreciate it. It was an inspiring moment. It was educational. And thank you so much for joining us on this first episode of One-on-One with Aza TV.
Thank you very much, Aza TV.
That last question I don't want to answer. I'll come for you later. A picture, they say, might be worth 1,000 words, but clearly the story behind them are priceless. It was nothing short of excitement on the show with Mr. Taofeek. I learned a lot. I enjoyed this show. I won't lie. If you want something more like this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. But most importantly, keep your eyes open because you don't know the moment that is worth capturing. This is One-on-One with Aza TV. Favor the Big Auntie is my name, and I will see you next time.